It is a really special moment to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Zuckerman Mind-Brain Behavior Institute.
At the Institute, we study the brain. Perhaps the most interesting and the most complex structure in our universe. Lee Bollinger, our president, recognized that this astonishing biological problem, as you heard, was at the core of virtually all intellectual endeavors at our university.
I'm always happy and thrilled to welcome guests into our community, and this evening I am extra thrilled and deeply, deeply honored to welcome Huma Abedin to Columbia.
Why did I write the book? And I chose to write it for a couple of reasons. One being, I think if you don't write your own story, somebody else is writing history for you, particularly if you are like me and have been in the public eye a little bit. And secondly, I'm not sure I was necessarily convinced I should write the story. It was somebody else's idea. As I write in the book, right after the 2016 campaign, Anna Wintour is the first person, when I didn't want to get out of bed, took me to dinner and said, you should write your story. It's a great story. And I wasn't convinced it was a good idea. And I went the next day to Hillary's house in Chapel, where you've been. And I said, Anna thinks I should write my story. And Hillary's like, great idea. And it just poured out of me. And I found it to be, because you said it, it was extraordinarily therapeutic. I loved the process, and I'm really glad I did it.
I am absolutely thrilled to have such extraordinary group of scholars and colleagues right here at Columbia and Barnard for us to really understand what is going on in Iran, why is it important, and why is it important not only for Iran, but for all of us.
It's very important to keep at the center of our minds that this uprising began spontaneously as a reaction to the murder in police custody of Mahsa Jina Amini for supposedly improper hijab.
One of the reasons I'm here, obviously, is to protect our sport and protect athletes who are playing, but of course, obviously, to protect the earth and the environment and making sure that the two can continue to coexist in a way that's sustainable and enjoyable.
I'm the first one to say that soccer was not driving climate policy in New York City when I was in the mayor's office, I'm sorry to say. But I think what's relevant, and your question about land use is really interesting, because one of the things that's particularly acute in New York City is heat vulnerability and how it's unevenly distributed. Parts of New York City, a recent study has shown that there is as much as a 30-degree difference across New York City on a given hot day. If you have access to open space or a cool breeze from the waterfront, you're going to be much cooler off than some particular neighborhoods like in East Harlem, or where there's been disinvestment in things like street trees, the legacy of redlining.